My name is Pastor Hal York, and welcome to Truth in the Trenches. Today we're going to be in Proverbs chapter 3, verse 5. Trust in the Lord with all your heart, and do not lean on your own understanding. This is no doubt one of the most memorized verses in the Bible. Many a young person has claimed this as their life verse, and rightfully so. It's the last part of that verse that I have been thinking about lately, and it has to do with the word lean. I think to help us understand what it means to lean, you can change the words around a bit. Lean on the Lord with all your heart, and do not trust in your own understanding. To lean on is to trust. To trust is to lean on. Several years ago, Karen and I had the opportunity to go to Italy and see the Leaning Tower of Pisa. And people come from all over the world to see this Leaning Tower. And I guess it's a good thing it's leaning because there are buildings all around it that are perfectly straight, and no one pays any attention to them at all. Just think about it. Here is a tower famous for one thing. It leans. But as you look at the tower and its pictures of this tower, you notice something. It is leaning toward other buildings, but it's not leaning on them. And there's a very big difference. As we think about our verse, I think this helps us to see what the writer is trying to help us to understand. Trusting God is not leaning toward Him. It is leaning on Him. To lean on something or someone is to place our entire weight on them, and without them we would fall flat on our face. Trust in the Lord with all your heart. It is not an invitation to lean toward Him. That is not trust. What is true in such cases is that we are leaning in the Lord's direction, but we are holding ourselves up. Well, what are some things people lean on that they hope will hold them up in our culture today? Well, they lean on their own understanding, as verse 6 says. They lean on their friends, they lean on their education, they lean on their jobs, they lean on their bank accounts, they lean on fame and popularity. They lean on the government, they lean on their success, they lean on the economy, they lean on pills, they lean on the church, they lean on doctors, and they lean on credit cards. And the situation for many is that they are leaning toward God, but in reality are trusting or leaning on these things to help them, sustain them, and meet their needs. And our prayers often reflect this. We pray and ask God to help all the things we're leaning on to come through for us. It is a prayer directed toward God concerning the things we're really trusting in. God, please don't let these things let me down. It is because of this that so many people are discouraged and anxious and confused in their Christian life. They do not understand what it means to trust in or to lean on the Lord with all their heart. Sometimes it takes a pandemic or another tragedy to shine the light on who or what we are really trusting in. Trusting in God is not leaning in His direction. It is placing all of our weight, all of our hope, our dreams, our family, our needs on Him. It is placing our eternity in His hands. And if He does not come through, we fall flat on our face. There's no plan B. He is our everything. We are trusting in Him alone to sustain us. We are trusting in Him alone to save us. We are casting all of our care upon Him, trusting Him, leaning on Him. And the good news is God promises to do just that. He cares for us. Do not just look in God's direction on Sunday and spend the rest of the week leaning on your own understanding or all these other things. God will never lead you astray. Our own understanding will lead us astray every time. Remember, the just shall live by faith. So trust in the Lord with all your heart, and lean not on your own understanding. In all your ways acknowledge Him, and He shall direct your path. May we be found day by day, and with each passing moment, leaning on His everlasting arms. And may this truth guide us and guard us in the trenches of life, as we seek to live for the glory of God and the good of others. May God bless.